So capoeira is a huge part of my life. It is something that has shaped me as a man. It's given me discipline, motivation, confidence. Capoeira has given me a whole different personality in life that I would never imagine.
Abençoe essa roda bonita, faz toda briga que eu quero jogar. Nossa Senhora da Penha, vem correndo pra me ajudar. Abençoe essa roda bonita, faz toda briga que eu quero jogar. Vender com vatapá, joga comida pra toda lixar. Vender com vatapá, hoje eu quero um caboclo, você pode arriar. Vender com vatapá, hoje joga comida pra toda lixar. Vender com vatapá, hoje eu quero um caboclo, você pode arriar.
And then go into the kick. So, let me show once in the mirror. On three, 1, 2, 3. Boom. You show that lateral, head back. Okay? Got it? Yeah. My background is I'm originally from India, so I was born in Bombay, or also known now as Mumbai. I lived in Holland for a couple of years. When I was 5, I moved to Spain, so I grew up in the south of Spain in Malaga. Age 15, I moved to Gran Canaria. That is the Spanish islands in African region. And that's where I got in touch with Mestre Jó Capoeira and the art form of Capoeira. And then at age 18, I moved to Manchester. So what my origins, where I'm from, I don't really know. I just know I'm a mix of all of these cultures together. Come in. From here, all we're going to do, depends. Level of spice, 1 to 10. How much do you want? 10. 10. Don't kill me. Oi!
Opa!
Yeah. So that's chisora lateral. Sideways scissors. So, when people come in to queixada, all you're going to do is put your hands on the floor.
Menino pimpolho, mas bom de rasteira. Pega o abadá e vem, sai no caso esquece, joga capoeira. Cabelo duro jogado no olho, menino pimpolho, mas bom de rasteira. Pega o abadá e vem, sai no caso esquece, joga capoeira. Que coisa boa! Ei, capoeira! Meu mestre, e agora é o teste de saber cantar. Ei, capoeira, sou bem pequeno, mas quero jogar. Toque o birimbau, meu mestre, e agora é o teste de saber cantar. A dona Bela era negra escrava, que até pro copo d'água ela trabalhou. Nas costas muito peso e marca, mas com muita raça seus filhos criou. A dona Bela era negra escrava, que até pro
I'd say my biggest inspiration is my master, Mestre Jó Capoeira, also known as Everildo de Jesus Bandeira. He was an amazing person, and he inspired hundreds of kids, teenagers and adults to change their lives. So he helped me, as well as many other kids who used to hang out in the streets, and sort of take us out of bad company to make sure that we train, we lead a healthy lifestyle, and sort of change us. At some point he had over 300 students of capoeira in Gran Canaria. He had about 12, 14 different schools and people teaching around all of the island, and it was literally his island. And he gave people jobs, he taught people how to perform, do shows, and make a living out of capoeira. So children and teenagers who probably would have ended up doing something very different end up actually learning a martial art, grading, teaching, and leading healthier lifestyles thanks to him. So he's my biggest inspiration. He's actually the reason I continue to train and now teach. And because he passed away, I think that's one of the major reasons I wanted to continue his work. If he would have still been alive, I don't know if I would still train, with me moving away and from Gran Canaria to Manchester. But yeah, I'd say he's definitely my biggest inspiration. It is hard to accept who you are, especially when you belong everywhere and nowhere. So it has taken me a long time to really do some soul searching, I guess, and understand that I am Indian. I do carry Indian culture and traditions, and I very much love them. Then I did grow up in Spain, so I do think in Spanish. I schooled in Spain. I think in Spanish as well. I can actually think in Spanish, English, and Portuguese. But I guess my main language is Spanish, and very accustomed to that culture. But then I do carry the Brazilian flag in my heart and everywhere else, where I teach this Brazilian martial art and this Brazilian culture to people. So I feel like I'm part of Salvador de Bahia, even though I've never been there, unfortunately, because of COVID. But it's definitely in my goals to go next year. So it's hard. It took me a while just to accept that, but once I accepted it, I just connect all those parts of my cultures together, and that's what I show.
I would just like to start by thanking all the parents, guests, families, boyfriends, girlfriends, and everyone that gives support these hard-working people. So.
So this event means a lot to me, because I'm currently living a reality that was once a dream, and I'm finally taking my students and grading students and giving them their nicknames and putting them through the process that I went through 15 years ago. And I really didn't think I would go through this, but it is happening. So especially means a lot because the dates are selected. The date of the actual grading is the 27th of March, and that was Mestre Jó's birthday. So I specifically chose this date because I wanted to make it special.
Abençoe essa roda bonita, faz toda a briga que eu quero jogar. Nossa Senhora da Penha, vem correndo pra me ajudar. Abençoe essa roda bonita, faz toda a briga que eu quero